Thursday night, we have the Buffalo Bills traveling south to play their division rival, the Miami Dolphins. Coming off respective wins, it will mean an early lead in the division as well as the first head-to-head victory in the AFC East for the winner. Miami is stumbling in by barely winning a game. Notice I said winning a game, not beating a team. If that's not clear, they should have lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. If Etienne scored that touchdown instead of being careless and fumbling the ball on the 1-yard line, Miami fans would have been crying, as it would have been evident that they have the 4th best team in Florida and the 2nd best team in Miami. That's right, the Hurricanes are better. The Bills had a tough-fought victory at home versus the Cardinals, who put up a gallant effort but fell short because the Bills came out of halftime quarterbacked by one of the best in the business. And it showed. Big players make big plays in big moments. While having a quiet first half and looking like they needed to get in tune with each other, the Bills went into the half trailing 14-10. Shades of Elway and Brady come to mind while watching Allen on Sunday in the second half. Let's break this down fairly. As usual, we'll separate this by key positions. We'll even include a new category that should have been included last week. We have quarterback, running back, receiving core, defense, coaching, and the X Factor. At quarterback, we have Tua Tagovailoa versus Josh Allen. Allen struck fear in every team last year when it really mattered. He went on a run that not only got his team to the playoffs, but got them to the AFC title, snatching it from the Dolphins as the Finns couldn't figure out how to win against any team with a positive record. Tua had a great year last year with amazing stats, but left most critics wondering if it was deserved or if it was situational. Meaning, if he could still put those numbers up with a different receiver core, or if another quarterback could be plugged in and still be as successful. At the end of the day, there is a reason why fantasy football owners pray to get an opportunity to draft Allen, while Dolphin fans pray Tua doesn't throw up more gang signs with yet another concussion. Advantage, Bills. At running back, we have Miami's committee of backs versus James Cook. While Devon Achane seemed electric last year, he hasn't been the same since the injury that had him missing several games. And Mostert, while being usually reliable and dependable, wasn't a factor in Sunday's game against the Jags, who held the duo to 16 carries and 33 yards. That's slightly above 2 yards per carry. I should figure out a way to sarcastically say the Jags are some mighty defense, but in reality, Miami just is underperforming. Mostert is expected to miss this game as well. They will be left to run Achane, who isn't 100%, and Jeff Wilson Jr. Meanwhile, we have James Cook, who showed out in several games last season and was one of the main reasons the Bills won the East. He reliably keeps defenses honest and doesn't allow safeties to cheat and creep on Josh Allen. Advantage, Bills. For the receiver core, while the Bills have a young, interesting core, how could they possibly match up against the Hill, Waddle, and OBJ combination? Tyreek Hill is the most dangerous wide receiver in football who has a unique ability to single-handedly change the game, and he is the subject of nightmares for every secondary in the NFL. That's if he can avoid getting arrested on Thursday afternoon. Advantage obviously goes to the Dolphins. The coaching nod is clear-cut for me. Sean McDermott has coached the Bills since 2017 with 6 playoff appearances and 4 AFC East division titles in 7 seasons. He has methodically transformed the culture of the franchise that had not experienced a postseason berth the previous 17 years. He does this quietly, without acclaim, without making it all about himself. Meanwhile, Mike McDaniel has become the media sweetheart, even though progressively looking like the city of Miami is starting to take over his life. I half expect him to have to excuse himself to powder his nose before the next press conference. At defense, to me, that's iffy, as while I like the defensive line of the Bills, Miami's secondary is really good, led by Jalen Ramsey. The advantage goes to Miami, but only by a little bit, as both teams are definitely touchable. And finally, the X Factor. I'm going to say it's someone you wouldn't expect. But Keon Coleman has already showed himself to be someone Josh Allen will be looking for in future games. He had 4 receptions with 5 targets and 51 yards, leading the Bills on Sunday and already becoming a possible early Rookie of the Year candidate. So here you go. Bills 27, Dolphins 14. FYI, if anybody sees Freddie B on Friday, offer him a shoulder to cry on. He's going to need it. With that said, until next time, let's keep it football and let's keep it from the hip. Thanks for watching, everyone.